You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
You have probably seen the murals around Houston promoting the 2020 census and urging you and your family to be counted.
It takes just a few minutes, and it can make a difference when it comes to the money and the resources that end up allocated to communities. There
is a lot at stake, especially for communities with a larger immigrant population, communities that could truly benefit from the help that the census can provide.
Taisha Walker's live tonight in the Gulfton neighborhood of Southwest Houston. Taisha?
Lauren, these yellow signs like this one that are lining Gulfton Drive here are set to remind people to fill out their 2020 census. If you haven't done so, you have 7 days from today. City leaders want to stress that the census isn't just about population. It's also about funding for your community. Communities like this one here in Gulfton that would benefit greatly from that funding, but it's also among a number of communities across the city that are lagging to get their questionnaire done.
Texans have an opportunity to have their voices heard before the November election. It's called the 2020 census, and there's only 7 days left to take part. Every 10 years, the United States government gets a snapshot of the nation through a population count. It helps the government decide how billions of dollars of federal money gets divided among communities across the country. Here in Houston, that money could mean school lunch for children, highway construction, or housing assistance for older adults. The census also determines the number of congressional seats Texas will have over the next 10 years.
I did receive a notice, but I've been a little bit busy with other stuff going on, especially with COVID-19.
The Census Bureau began contacting households in mid-March. This year, the questionnaire can be filled out by mail, phone, or online. Due to the coronavirus, census takers like Deborah Allison started canvassing neighborhoods last month, going door to door armed with a badge and a mask.
It's been sort of warm, especially wearing a mask, but it's really important.
But everyone hasn't been filling out their census questionnaire.
Houston has, as a city, right at 57% of a self-response rate. Just to put that into context, the state has mid-60s in their self-response rate.
That's the number of households who have responded. Fort Bend County ranks number 1 in Texas with a 74% response rate, while Harris County currently has a 61% response rate.
We've always filled it out. Everybody I ever talked to always fills it out. No reason not to.
Breaking the numbers down even further, District E, which covers Clear Lake and Kingwood, has the highest response rate in Houston, with 64% of households filling out the census. District J, which encompasses Gulfton, has the lowest response rate with 50%.
District J is like a melting pot of different cultures and ethnicities. And so we have a lot of immigrants, a lot of refugees, a lot of undocumented people, and over 85% of our residents live in apartment complexes.
District J Councilman Edward Pollard says that diversity comes with challenges.
So you have to understand we have a lot of culture barriers, we have a lot of language barriers, and then we have the fear factor. Whenever something is government driven, which the census is, there's a fear of some communities that if they fill out the information that it will expose them or their family members to either deportation.
This woman who lives within the district is undocumented. I am an immigrant, but I'm in the process of obtaining a safe haven, she says. She also told us her legal status didn't stop her from filling out the census. She says the majority of people that respond to the census will benefit from the federal funding that trickles down to communities, but the ones that are scared to fill out the census likely won't. City officials ideally would like everyone counted. It's why you'll notice these yellow signs and billboards across the city. And with the deadline approaching a month early this year, the city of Houston is doing all that it can to get you to fill out your questionnaire.
1% of an undercount, just 1%, is $250 million that's at risk.
Earlier this month, the city organized a census caravan to spread the word.
For every person who's not counted, it's about $1,800 of federal funding lost every year for the next 10 years. That's a big number, a huge number. And can we afford to give up that amount of federal funding for a community that really needs it?
Officials say having census takers back in the community is already working. Response rates are growing week to week. They hope that upward trend continues until the September 30th deadline.
And March of next year, the Census Bureau will send redistricting counts to the various states based on any sort of population changes. If you haven't had a chance to fill out your census, again, you have 7 days to do so. We've made it easy for you, including a link to this story on clicktohouston.com. Reporting live in Gulfton in Southwest Houston, Taisha Walker, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
It is important.